What's up, guys? Stellar Seller Sam here, and this is a What Sold video. So I have 29 things to go over with you guys. Please like and subscribe if you want more of this kind of content, and here we go. We're going to start here with the lowest price, and we're going to work our way up. So these are a lot of 2 Animorphs books. Those were big like in the 90s. Anyway, I probably wouldn't buy these again. I got them each for about 25 cents or 50 cents at the Goodwill, and they just didn't sell for as much as I thought they would, so it just wasn't worth the trouble. This was a game for the PC called Crusader, and this was one of those games that I picked up at the bins, so it cost me less than 50 cents. It didn't sell for much, but I would certainly pick it up on a half day at the bins again. This was a crocheted blanket that I actually also picked up from the Goodwill bins, and I thought it would sell for more. I actually took a best offer, so maybe if I would have waited, it would have sold for more. By its weight, it wasn't a horrible thing to pick up. Not sure if I would pick it up again or not. It was very pretty. The next thing was this Victoria's Secret bra, and I picked it up because it was in really good shape. It had some lacing on it, and I took a best offer. I spent, I think, about $2.75 at the Goodwill for this. I would definitely pick up more bras again. So that was actually my very first bra sale. This was another Goodwill bins find, so I spent less than $1 on this for sure, and it actually sold within 12 hours of listing it to somebody in Texas. I accepted a best offer. I thought it was fair. I'm going to be picking up more belts in the future. What do you know? Another Goodwill bins find. This was incredibly light. It was a wine glass, and it was from that Disney movie that I cannot pronounce the name of. Anyway, it took maybe about a month to sell, and I definitely paid less than 50 cents for this in weight. So this is a Tommy Hilfiger dress that I picked up from the Goodwill. I remember I paid more than I wanted to. I think I actually paid about $6 for this, so I didn't make a good profit at all. But it was a size extra small, and I was a little worried about how long that size would take to sell. I would not pick up something like this again. I took a best offer. So I paid $4.25 for this Patagonia collared shirt at the Goodwill, and it sold pretty quickly. I took a best offer for $15 because they're kind of a dime a dozen. I would pick this up again at a place like the bins, but I don't know that I would pick it up again at full price at the Goodwill. Ooh, so this one is another one that I would pick up from the bins, or I'd pick up really cheap. It was 100% silk, gold label, Victoria's Secret, but when I got it home, it was missing the rope that goes around it and a button. So I took a best offer on it, but it did sell really quickly. I spent about $4 on this. These are a pair of kids' Hey Dude shoes. Actually, I think they were toddlers. I picked them up from the bins. The insides were pretty worn, but the outside looked great. So in weight, I paid less than $1, probably less than 50 cents for these. I would definitely pick Hey Dudes up from the bins all day long because they sell very quickly. So I sourced these Patagonia shorts at the bins as well. So very lightweight, probably less than 50 cents on those. They took a while to sell. They actually sold and then somebody canceled, and so I had to put them back up again. But it's a great season to sell them, and I thought the offer price was fair. So I had heard to pick up puppets. This was the first puppet I've ever picked up. I got it from the bins, less than $1, and it took about a month to sell, and I'm pretty happy with how much it sold for. This was another Goodwill bins pickup. I know, right? And I thought it was going to be just the case for the Nintendo Switch game, but I actually found 2 games that day that had the game inside the case. And so I was super happy with the sale of this one. I got it for less than 50 cents, and it sold within 48 hours of listing. All right, so I'm not sure whether you say Coogie or Coogie. I have no idea. Anyway, I picked this shirt up for $1.50 at my local Goodwill, and I was actually happy with the sale of that. I know the jeans do far, far, far better, so be on the lookout for those. Y'all, I'm not even going to try to say the name of this board game. Anyway, I picked it up from the bins a few months ago. It was not brand new, but it had all the pieces inside. I did check when I did the comps. The comps were good, so I picked it up, and I actually did this on a local pickup method, which is my first time doing that on eBay. It went over really smoothly. I just didn't like to drive. Here is a Carolina's Panther jersey. It was an adult size. I can't remember now. I know I picked up at the Goodwill, but I can't remember if they had it for $1.50 or whether I paid $4.25. Either way, I was happy with the sale of it, and I love picking up jerseys. So this Rebecca Minkoff purse was sourced at the bins, so $1 or less. And it took a few months, but it did sell, and I was happy with the price that it sold for, being I got a good profit on it. Speaking of profit, there's nothing like picking up plush for 50 cents or less and then selling them for a great profit, and they're so easy to ship too. I picked this one up at the Goodwill for 50 cents. I held out on the price, and I got exactly what I wanted. I picked up these shoes at my Goodwill. They were like new. I do not know how you pronounce the name Tula. Anyway, it's by Birkenstock. Obviously, they look a lot like Birkenstocks. When I got them home, I realized that the sole was coming away from the shoe, so I super glued it down and I disclosed that, and I got an offer for $33 and accepted. These were a stunning pair of shoes. The pictures do not do it any sort of justice. I'm not going to try to say the brand name, but they sell pretty well. They were like a bridal shoe, and I took an offer for these, and I was happy with the profit that I made. I spent about $6.25 on them. This was another Goodwill bins pickup, less than 50 cents. When I went to list this hat, I couldn't find any comps recently sold. I did find one on Terapeak on eBay that had sold for $19.99, so I priced mine up. But the funny thing was, when it sold, the person who bought it actually messaged me and told me that it was a rare item and I could have got much more than what I did for it. I was like, gee, thanks for the little after note. Anyway, I was fine with the profit that I made on that hat. I absolutely loved this sale. It was an old Ford manual, car manual, and I picked it up for 25 cents. It sold within about 2 months, and it did really well. I will definitely be looking for more of those types of manuals in the future. I had heard to always comp calculators, so I found this one at the bins, cost me less than $1. I comped it, and I realized that I should definitely pick it up. It sold within actually 24 hours, I think, of listing it. Good seller. Definitely comp those calculators. I found these tap pants at the Goodwill in the pajama section for about $2.25. They were brand new with tags, and when I looked them up, they were selling for like $80 as the retail price. And so when I got an offer for $45, I thought that was a great profit, so I took it. This was such a neat book that I got from the bins. Now, in weight, it was heavier, so I probably paid about $3 to $5 for this. It was a stamp album, and it actually had over 100 stamps in it. So I took this best offer, and it sold within about 2 months. I bought this car at the Goodwill for $1.99, and they say to look for weird things. This was weird because it was actually like made to look like a damaged car. It was a Ford Mustang. Anyway, I found some comps on some of the other ones like that, going for $40 to $80, so I priced high and I took this offer, was super happy with the profit. I got these at the Goodwill for $6.25. The funny thing was, I watched as somebody tried them on and then put them down. I ran over and grabbed them, washed them up a little bit, and they were literally like new. So they sold in about 48 hours of listing. This was a really fun one. I picked this up at the Goodwill for $2.99. And when I picked it up, I was sure it was fake until I did a little more research. This was a rarer color, so I actually put it on an auction, and I think it turned out really well. I was really excited about this one. I put a lot of work into this vintage Coach purse to kind of spruce it up. I got it from the bins a few months ago, and it's been sitting in my death pile waiting for me to kind of refurbish it. Anyway, it sold really great for full asking price. I hope you guys enjoyed looking over some of my recent solds. Those are just some of the ones I wanted to talk about with you guys and let you know what to look for and maybe what not to look for.